We were planning to move here from France, from rural France, where we'd been living for 20 years and where our kids had been raised. So my advice to anybody who's making a change after having been part of a tight community for a long time, do what I did, accept all of the invitations, because it's really earnest. The existing Waynflete community wants to welcome you. There are a lot of new families every year, and they do connect with current families and with other new families. The school makes sure that happens, and the other parents are there to make it happen as well. And you'll have more fun.
It can be scary. You can think that you've lived in a community for, in my case, it was over a decade, and I had really great friends, and we had special bonds with different families. As I was telling my boys that they didn't have to leave behind friends, that it didn't have to be either or, but that it was and, that they could have friends at Waynflete and keep their relationships with the friends that were currently in their lives, I realized I could do the same thing.
I did not expect to feel as supported as a grown-up as I was, and somehow the school understood that the parents actually need some help too with a transition of this magnitude.
One of the reasons we wanted our boys to come to Waynflete was to get outside of a bubble and meet people from all over and from different walks of life. And I now have friends in Brunswick, in Lewiston, in Cape Elizabeth, and I love that I'm exposed to people from all over.
Maybe you think going to a private school that it's going to be very homogenous, but actually going to this private school, there's more diversity and in background and experience than we would have found at any public school in the area. We've met parents who are coming, some of them are coming from Wyoming, where they may have homeschooled their kids for a period of time. We've met parents coming up from Newburyport, where they simply wanted a shorter commute and are able to work from a distance. We've met parents coming from two different places, one international and one maybe New York City.
Even though none of my boys initially wanted to come to Waynflete, all of my boys, and especially my high school boys, will say that it has been life-changing and or life-affirming. And my oldest son, who did not want to come here, is getting ready to go to college and has said, in looking at schools, that he wants an extension of Waynflete. I would just say to parents, follow your gut, follow your heart. You do know what is best for your kids. It can be a really hard choice. It is a big decision. And there were times I doubted myself. And there were times I thought, oh my God, what if I'm wrong? Bringing our kids to Waynflete has been one of the best decisions of our life.
I didn't expect my kids to matter so much to their teachers, and I didn't expect them to matter so much to the school. You're not just dropping your kid off at school, where they're going to be for the majority of their day and then see them at the end. It feels like you're leaving them with family. I just was so surprised by how caring and personal the school is.
Our kids can just come and be who they are.